Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you why you should never cold call. So, a couple of days ago, one of my clients, brand new to real estate, joined my training. They started actually making calls, prospecting calls, cold calling, right? And at the end of the day, at the end of day one, they sent me an email and they said, well, things didn't go well this morning. You said that I should get on the phone in the morning and make calls for 3 hours. And, it was really a bad experience. So, I don't usually read emails and actually pick up the phone and call people. I respond to the email. Most of the time it's enough. Actually, in my training, we have 2 live calls a week. Sometimes we have these conversations on the live calls. But in this case, I picked up the phone and I called this client. And I'm like, okay, so tell me what happened this morning. Well, yeah, I downloaded all of your scripts and, I watched a couple of lessons. I had the script in front of me. You said to call new expireds first and then for sale by owners, call some past clients, people I know, and then finish the 3 hours making calls around the neighborhood. And I put in 3 hours, but it was horrible. Most people didn't answer the phone. There were a lot of wrong numbers. I ended up talking to 25, 30 people, but a lot of them hung up on me very quickly. And, I wasn't able to set any appointments. So, this is not good. I don't like it. I don't think I want to do it again. Now, I'm not going to tell you everything that I said to that client. Well, I'm going to tell you some of the things that I said to that client. Having the wrong expectations as to what the outcome of prospecting and cold calling is, that is really the number one reason why you should never cold call. If you're expecting on day one, first day, that you're actually picking up the phone to make these calls, even if you do it for 3 hours, or you could do it for 8 hours or 10 hours. If you're expecting that 100% you're going to set an appointment, you're going to go out and take a listing that day, well, guess what? You shouldn't do it, because there is no magic way for you to get results from something that you've never done before so quickly. When I think about this, I've been in real estate now for 25 years. It's almost 26 years. Time flies. I started in 1996. My first year in real estate, I had no sales experience whatsoever. Like, I had never sold anything to anyone. I was a very quiet person. Like, I don't like talking to strangers at all. Introverted. Social situations, I would avoid social situations. Oh, let's go to a party. There's all these people. I'm not there because I don't like talking to people. I have no college education. English is my second language. You probably figured that out already. There's a little accent here. And here I go. I get a real estate license. I didn't really have the intention of making it into a career. But that's what was meant to be. But that first year, I talked to about 400 people a week, 400 conversations a week, all over the phone, all nights and weekends, because I was a stay-at-home mom with two small children. So the only time that I could actually dedicate to making calls was nights and weekends. 400 people a week. When I say weekends, I'm talking Saturday and Sunday all day. And I did that for 12 months. And I sold 25 homes that first year. It really isn't that impressive, especially considering the amount of time, the amount of effort that I put into it. And it wasn't just the nights and weekends when I was making calls, when I was talking to people, the time that I put in practicing every day to get the scripts down, to learn how to communicate more powerfully. How about listening to audio on cassettes back then? Audio books, motivational stuff, Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, whatever, over and over, bombarding my brain, reading books, all on mindset stuff, which I had never written read a book, well written. I had never read a book in my entire life up until that time. I was 33 years old when I got into real estate. I'm serious. But like, didn't you go to school? Didn't you have to read books, do book reports? Not me. I actually flunked my first year in high school, and I have an associate in arts degree, which I struggled to get. And that's it. I don't really have a college education. I hated school. So I had never actually written a book. I keep saying written a book. I think I should write a book. That's why I keep saying that. Okay. That might be happening. I had never read a book. And all of a sudden I get into real estate. I'm practicing every day. I am talking to massive numbers of people every week to get results. And fourth year in real estate, closed 100 transactions by myself with one assistant, all FSBOs and expireds. So it didn't happen overnight. If you're expecting it to happen overnight, you know, I think you might as well go, I don't know, do some social media promotion, social media ads, or buy leads from, you know, there's so many companies out there. They'll take your money, thousands of dollars a month, and, you know, they'll create some kind of marketing and videos and funnels, and, you know, maybe you'll get some leads that way. You probably will. And then you're going to have to figure out how to work on your skills so you can convert those leads into closed transactions. But the point is, there's a quote I love that says, there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Remember that. If you're expecting a shortcut and the magic answer and the magic wand, you know, save yourself some aggravation and disappointment, and go figure out how to do real estate and get some business some other way. But if you're willing to put in the time, the energy, and effort, prospecting is amazing. And the reason why it's amazing is because it gives you control. It gives you control. When you master the skills and when you master your mind, you are unstoppable. You can live anywhere you want. You can move anywhere you want in North America, maybe even around the world, because there's real estate everywhere. And when you have the skills and the mindset, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter if it's a buyer's market, seller's market, normal market. You'll be able to dominate your market anywhere and everywhere. And that is really, that's an amazing feeling, not to feel like you're dependent on anything. It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to get in the way of you making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or maybe even millions of dollars a year, depending on what your average price is. So, you know, time is going to pass no matter what. If you start today actually doing what it takes to get the skills and develop the mindset, a year from now, you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, look at what I've done. Look how much I've learned. Look at what my business is today compared to a year ago. But if you choose not to, a year is going to pass and you're going to be exactly where you are today. And I personally don't like living the definition of insanity. I'm into growing, learning, and getting better every single day, because that's what makes life exciting. So, hey, thank you for hanging out, watching this video all the way to the end. Comment below. Let me know what you got out of this video. What are you going to do with all of this? What your experiences have been, and what changes you're willing to make right now so you can dominate your market. Make sure you like the video too, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon.